Okay, the Fistful of Alice. Little side note here. This album, this CD, should I say, was my very first CD I ever actually got. When I got my Discman, I never had a big fancy CD setup. I never really wanted one, for the record. But Mom and Dad got me a CD, Sony Discman, several years ago. And, I've since then gotten other, means of playing CDs and stuff. But this was the CD they bought me, and I love it. And it's just a very cool cover. Alice wearing this nice suit with his baton, and down in Cabo Wabo, New Mexico. Cabo Wabo, Mexico. The club owned by I'm drawing a blank here. Sammy Hagar. Yeah. But it's just a fantastic live album of his classic material and a bonus new track called Is Anyone Home? And, the renditions on here are just amazing. Particularly Poison. I thought Poison sounded really good here. Alice wanted to do a new live album to take the place of his 1977 Alice Cooper Show album because he was so wasted. He said he barely remembers doing it, and he sounded horrible, he thinks. And, here, his voice is stronger, just, really, powerful. He opens with School's Out, goes into 18, Desperado, which at the beginning he says, this is a little song I wrote about Jim Morrison a long time ago. Then he does Lost in America. He brings back Teenage Limit, 74, which, talk about one he brought out of the proverbial closet. I Never Cry, another of his great ballads. Poison, like I said, the best version of it is on here in my opinion. $1 Billion Babies, Welcome My Nightmare, Only Women Bleed, and then him and Rob Zombie do Feed My Frankenstein, and Elected is done with Slash and Alice, and then like I said, the new track Is Anyone Home, about a person dependent on the internet and chat rooms, and basically the whole idea of becoming so obsessed with that world that the rest of the world doesn't exist to him. VH1 aired a half-hour special back in '97 called "A Fistful of Alice." It was a little, just some of these songs brought to life from when he shot down in Cabo Wabo, and it was a very, little, closed-in club. And probably about 500 people were in attendance. It was meant to be just kind of an exclusive little thing, but it was very cool, very intimate. But it did the job, and a great live album came from it. But yes, if you can get a hold of this awesome album, find it. It's probably one of Alice's best ways of hearing a live performance, because obviously Alice is a visual show. But I have to say, the next review we're going to be doing is Alice's box set, 4 CD career retrospective called The Life and Crimes of Alice Cooper, which came out in the spring of 1999. And the best is still to come, because after that, we enter the millennium with some of Alice's darkest material yet.